Hi, my name is Bente, I'm the Norse Witch, and I know, weird day to update a video. It is not a Wednesday, what's going on? That is because this video is a collab video. Olivia, the Witch of Wanderlust, came up with a great idea, which I will go into in a minute. And we decided on this day to update all of our videos, so there are a lot of amazing creators making content on this idea. So I will definitely link all of them in the video description. Definitely go check them out. But the original idea was from Olivia, and I'm very, very happy about it because I like making this kind of video. The idea was that we will all make a charm to hang over the door or something like that for kind of a similar idea, but with a different twist, and then see what everyone comes up with. The ideas will always be slightly different and the spells will be slightly different. So that is the fun part about it. We have the same basic idea, but how exactly we're executing it, the ingredients we use, the spell type or spell framework that we use will be slightly different. So it will be very, very interesting to see what everyone comes up with. I'm very excited about that. As soon as all of these videos are up, I will definitely check out all of them because I'm excited to see what everyone comes up with. So the basic idea is, imagine that you are either like throwing a party, you're having friends over or family over for a gathering or something like that, and you want everyone to like mingle and be chatty and social and be open to each other, and you maybe want to create an ambience where everyone is open and honest and basically leaves their bullshit at the door. That is the basic idea. So let's see how everyone executed it. Alright, so my approach to this is I would want an ambience where everyone feels safe, so safe that they feel like they can be themselves, they can be social even if they are introverts like myself, so they don't feel like they are in a space where they have to guard themselves or like close themselves off to the others. They should be safe to be open and also to be honest and to open up to other people. So if they have like any struggles or anything like that, they feel like they can be open to others about it. So that way you can not only use this for like a party or a gathering or something where you want everyone to feel safe and secure and open and honest, and you want everyone to be social and open to each other. So maybe like a party where there are a lot of people who don't know each other yet, or where there are a lot of introverts or something like that. But you could also use this charm if you are planning like a harder conversation with someone, you know, like a breakup, or maybe you want to come out to your parents, or you know, something where you have to have like a challenging conversation and you want everyone to feel safe to open up to each other and to just be warm and not like put their walls up. Alright, that being said, the charm, like to make this charm is actually pretty simple because it is just a spell bag that includes some herbs that grow locally around me and a feather of a bird that is also local to my area, but to so many areas that it will probably be quite easy to find where you are, or at least to find some kind of other bird you can exchange it with. And it includes one incantation that I will give to you, and that's about it. So what you do is, of course, first of all, you gather all of the plants. The plants that I chose for this spell are the following. First of all, I wanted a plant to make everyone more extroverted, more social, more open, you know, something like that, because I want everyone to feel welcome to mingle and just chill with each other, also people that they don't know. For that, I chose dandelion. That is great for that. Then next up, I wanted something that is known to open locks. So there are quite some plants in folklore that are said to be able to open locks. And I thought, all right, I want to open up people's mouths and hearts so that they have an open conversation. So I thought, okay, the association of opening up locks makes sense here, because I don't want their hearts and their mouths to be locked. I want them to be open. So I thought, okay, either calendula or cowslip would work great for that. I chose calendula just because I have calendula on hand. Next up, to make conversation a little bit more easy and more like flowing, you know, to make people more able to have a good conversation if they're struggling with that a little bit, some langwort for communication. And then lastly, something to make people tell the truth and to bring the truth out. And for that, I would use either eyebright or yarrow. But because yarrow grows very readily around me, I would use yarrow for this. If you are able to gather all of these plants or similar plants, if you have other plants with similar associations growing around you, feel free to use those. If you can, either choose plants that you already gathered on midsummer, because of course they are seen as being more potent, or gather them on a Thursday, because that is Thursday and a very powerful day, so you can gather all of them on a Thursday. Or if you want to go down a more planetary route, then feel free to gather. I would say dandelion for like extroversion and being social. I would say on a Sunday, because I kind of connected the sun so much to Leo that I kind of feel like that would be great. Calendula, I would say maybe on a Wednesday, just like langwort and yarrow. So all of those, I would say on a Wednesday, but the dandelion on a Sunday. I would advise you though to at least make the bag on a specific day, so either on a Thursday, again because it's a powerful day in general, or on a Wednesday. I kind of feel like that is the overlying, more important meaning, is the honest communication and things like that. So I would say make it either on a Thursday or a Wednesday, depending on what you like. If you're not even working in the Nordic traditions, then the Thursday won't even make a lot of sense for you, so in that case, make it on a Wednesday. So let us say you have gathered all of these herbs. Of course, the first thing that we do is get all of the things that we need for our spell. So of course, for a charm bag, we need a bag. Duh. I would say, because there are so many different layers to this bag, like being social and extroverted, telling the truth, communicating, also kind of opening locks. There are so many associations that I would not necessarily choose one specific color. So if you want to, maybe you could use like a yellow for the extroversion, or a blue for the truth and communication, or something like that. Maybe like a mint or something. Choose whichever color you like. I don't have a bag in any of those colors, so I will just take whatever bag I have on hand. Then you also need a goose feather. Geese are known to be very, very chatty. In the German language, you also have different sayings that are basically like being chatty like a goose. So I kind of feel like a goose would be very good for this. I could also see a robin work very well, because robins, they don't seem to be scared of people at all, at least around here. They always come very close to me and are always very chatty. So I could also see a robin work, but goose feathers are much easier to find around here, so a goose feather it is. So now you have gathered all of your materials. The next thing you do is you take all of the herbs one by one, because they are all used for different kinds of things. You take them into your hand one by one, and you tell them what to do. They all have different roles to play in this spell, so I would not mix them together and just throw them in the bag. I would take them one by one and then tell them what their role is in this spell, what you would like this specific plant to do. And I do that by basically whispering either an incantation if you want to make one. If you want to use an incantation or write an incantation for that, or a chant or something, you can do that. Whenever I tell a plant what I want it to do in a spell, I usually just speak from the heart. That feels better for me. And how I do that is I take a deep breath in, visualizing or feeling my energy being basically collected in a ball in my core, and breathing out again, but keeping that feeling or that image up. Then I take another deep breath in and I feel or see the ball growing, so even more energy is collected in my core. Breathe out again, but keep that feeling or that visualization. And I breathe in one single time, again making this ball grow, collecting more energy in my core. And then without breathing out, I would whisper what I want the plant to do into my own mouth. So without breathing out, I whisper it in my mouth. Feels weird, but works. And then with the energy that I have collected in my core and with my breath, I will basically breathe what I said onto and into the plants. So one by one, I would take up the plants, collect the energy in my core by breathing, whisper what I wanted to do in my mouth, and then breathe that onto and into the plants. In my view, this one gives this plant life because I'm giving it the breath of life, and it's also giving it its purpose. So it's kind of a dual thing. Then of course, after I have told the plant what its role is in the spell, I will place it in the bag. If I was to use a robin feather for the spell, then I would do the same thing with the robin feather. Tell it what to do, bring it to life, drop it in the bag. But because I'm using a goose feather and the goose feather I have is huge, I will have to attach it to the outside of the bag. So I will go on and close my little baggie off and take my goose feather and do the same thing that I did with the herbs, with the goose feather, give it some purpose, give it life, and then attach it to the outside of the bag. And now we are going to charge the entire bag. In case a south or east wind is blowing right now, then I would say go outside, hold the bag into the air and do it there. If another wind is blowing or there's not really a lot of wind either way, then feel free to just do it inside. And since I am currently a little bit obsessed with writing Galdralach charms, I have prepared one for you. So the charm is the following. Everyone come in. Enter my house, but leave your loathsome lies. Chat and mingle, chill and bond. A genuine grounded gathering fosters faithful friendship. So you will either hold the bag into the wind and whisper that basically, or if you're doing that inside, you will have to simulate the wind with your breath. So you use the same technique that you used to tell the herbs what to do, but instead of speaking from the heart, you use the incantation that I just gave you, mouth that, whisper that into your mouth, and then breathe all of that onto and into the bag to charge it up. And then you are ready to go. Then you just have to place it over your door so that when people pass through the door, they are, as the charm said, they are leaving their lies outside. They are being social, they are being open towards each other, they are mingling and fostering friendships. That is my spell idea. I kind of feel like this is very accessible, very easy to make. I kind of feel like the plants are also pretty accessible. At least dandelion and yarrow are very, very widespread. Calendula and lungwort maybe less so, but again, you can exchange the herbs for herbs that grow in your area that have a similar association, no problem. With that being said, thank you so much to Olivia for coming up with this great collaboration idea. And I will go on and shout out some Patreons and YouTube members. Thank you so much to Misty Sky, Sleeping Butterfly, Carrie, Ray, Eva, Roran, Tanya, Jaina, Spider, Crow, Tegan, Margot, Catherine, Roberto, Crimson Plant Nurse, Ellie, Petra, Lunafika, Jen, Maria, Katie, Amber, Saber, Pam, Mia, Victoria, Pat, Lindsay, the other Saffron, Silent, Selena, Richard, Jazz, Christiana, Sylvia, Katrina, V, Amanda, Derek, Kirsten, Andrew, Tisha, Sarah, Aziza, Shelby, Helena, SJ, Anne, Kate, Cade, Z, Kent, Brittany, Smolkata, Josh, Elinura, Knarr, Rixie Business, Ashley, Tim, John, Phoenix, Jenny, Amy, Bethany, Timothy, Coffee, or the Honorary Gossip Squirrel, and last but not least Bjorn, and of course the lovely YouTube members. Thank you so much to Christy Saurus, Runa, Peony Rain, Jen, Pat, Lindsay, Betsy, Miller, and KT. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up and ring the bell down below so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Feel free to check out my other socials, and if you want to support me, then check out my Patreon or my YouTube membership. And I will see you in another video. Bye!